Knubz up to the world. It's me. I'm here on my little progress report. I'm in my favorite house. Just don't judge me. But I'm back. I'm feeling great. I just want to give thanks to everybody that showed me so much concern and love, and I appreciate it so much. It lift me up, lift my spirits up, and everything. What had happened was I started getting sick a few weeks ago. And you know I'm not going to the doctor just like that. But what happened, I started retaining water. That's why my gut looks so big. And I didn't realize it. Then poor me go put myself on a liquid diet for a month, which made it rather worse. By the time I reached out the doctor, people, then it was a simple procedure. All paralysis, parasitin, I don't know. All I had to do was juke me and drain the water out. 22 pounds of water, bodily fluid. It wasn't bloody or stinky or infectious, so that was good. They only gave me 7 days worth of antibiotics and sent me home. So you know, sir, I wasn't sickly like that or deadly dying or whatever. But boy, when I tell you, I swole up like a 7-month pregnant picnic. Yo, shit was crazy. Yeah, but I gotta face it. I am like a walking science project. My body has been through so much, and from time to time it's gonna break down. Versus me alone doing all of my care. And you know they claim I had this stage 4 cancer, but nobody don't want to tell me how I got it. When the dog bit me up and stuff, I was in the hospital for 6 months. And then I never have no cancer. They just doing all kind of experimenting that I kept telling them about. And I even said to them, you're going to cause me to have cancer with all of this bullshit that you're doing. I said it to them, you know. So now, a year and a half later, or at the time last year when it was a year and a half later, when they conveniently came up with this, I got stage 4 cancer shit. Them not telling me, then tell everybody else. And had me in a coma. But yet here I am. See what I'm saying? After I'm telling them, I'm getting better. Nobody not paying me no mind with that. Then now it's a year and a half. And it's just now I'm having some little issues or whatever. Which is fine because at my age I'm 40 a lot. And, you know, I've been through a lot. My body has been through a lot. So it's only expected that I'm going to go through some things here and there. Plus, your body is not made to be chopped up on and stuff. The inside of your body will make a cast of things that are healing, right? A water cast, like when a woman is pregnant and she has the water sac to protect the baby, same thing. So for me, my body just started retaining water, I guess probably protecting whatever, some of the surgery sites, because I've had so many in my stomach that it just got out of hand. Thank God it was an easy fix. No chemotherapy is necessary or was necessary, and I would never do that. I would never make myself sick in order to make myself better when I'm going to die anyway. Let me tell you something. Me going dead, you going to dead, everybody is going to dead at some point in time, right? So don't let nobody use the fear of death to get you to do what they want to do, especially when it's going to fatten up their pockets and make them look good, right? When I went to the hospital the other day, I had everybody on their P's and Q's because they couldn't tell me nothing. You understand? They couldn't try and trick me into anything, and everything I said I was right this time. And they don't want to make the same mistakes that the other doctors made. So I'm trying to tell them something for a reason, right? Cancer, and this is something I've known since I was in my 20s. The word cancer is just another word for I don't know what the fuck that is. But a doctor is not going to say that. If you think about it, you could have cancer of any part of your body. And their only answer for that is chemotherapy. Well, they'll kill you and ball you off and do all kind of stuff, and then you're going to dead anyway. Or you're going to get better. And then they're going to say, oh, it's the chemotherapy that did that. In my case, it's a year and a half later, and they claim stage 4 is the worst you can have or whatever. How come it's not bothering me? How come I'm not sickly? I'm not contagious. I took the COVID test, all of that. I had to take all of that. I'm good to go. And I'm maintaining it with one hand and no help. So what kind of cancer is that? And why is nobody not looking into themselves and looking into what I've been through and know that it can reach you too? You understand? At some point in time, a lot of people who hear my story now that's healthy and everything, God forbid, you're going to get some bad news. That don't mean, and they're going to get the bad news when you're feeling like shit, when you're down low. But you have to know that your body is an amazing mechanism. It can do wonders. And not only that, your insides are as individual as your outside features. You get your features from your parents, right? Whether you know them or not. Your insides are made of what your parents are made of, no matter where you're born, right? My father was African by way of Mauritius. My mother is West Indian by way of Jamaica. So you know what that means. Yama, mango, and banana, and all type of stuff. That's what my parents grew up on. That's what my parents are made of. That's what I am made of. Not McDonald's and well, kind of pill and these little things that a lot of people whose parents grew up on that and then had them. You know what I mean? So maybe your body might go good with whatever the doctor is saying. So I don't know. I'm here to just give you an option to know that you don't have to do what doctors tell you to do to live. And you're going to die regardless, right? And when the chemotherapy kills you, they'll never say that it's the chemotherapy killed you. They're going to say it's your cancer killed you. See? I said, well, if my body is going to kill me, let my body kill me. I'm not going to let you kill me. That was over a year and a half ago, and here I am still. And yes, I had a little issue. Right now, the only problem I'm still having is I'm still very swollen and sore. You can see I'm still swollen. But my foot, them, Jesus Christ, people, my ankles are so swollen. I don't know what to do. Them swell to them shine. So that is my biggest problem right now, but they're going down. But my point is, everything is a process and it will get better. The next thing I want to do is give thanks to the people who stood by me. I have 2 nurse friends who met me while I was in ICU on my deathbed, but they thought I was my deathbed, right? And they met me at the hospital. They worked at the hospital that I was sent to die. And those women not only stuck with me from them time till now. You see, while I was sick for the past few weeks, every day them come check me. They people them work, and they have a family. And they come and make sure I was all right every single day. And every day they wanted me to go and do what they wanted to do. They were just begging me to just go check into the hospital. And I refused to do it until I felt like going. Which the day I went was my granny's birthday. So I knew what I was doing all the way around. But in the meantime, between time, I was suffering and going through a lot. And instead of them turning their back on me because I didn't do what they said to do or what they wanted to do, and what they wanted me to do was in their mind the right thing, and they were being helpful, they didn't take that and turn their back on me like my relatives did, or people who claim that they knew me for how long, loved me did, and to claim they loved me, right? As soon as it went from the time my dog bashed me up and they threw me out the hospital, I was on my own. And people, they claimed they was trying to help me. They wasn't trying to help me. All they was doing was pointing me into the direction of other people to go beg them for help. Because they wasn't doing it and they wasn't opening their doors. And when I wasn't doing what they wanted me to do, it's all right, well, fuck your stuff for then. You see, the 2 that I have, the 2 friends I have, will come like family, what God send me, what God bless me with. They would have never did that. They did not do. They stood, and I love them. The only reason why I don't call their name because they're not looking for fame and fortune. But to this day, they love me. They showed me nothing but love and respect. And just because I wouldn't do exactly what they asked me to do when they asked me to do it, even though they wanted me to do it for my own good, that was no reason for them to turn their back on me. That's real people. You understand? And that's something I didn't have in my life before then. And it's not a matter of me bashing the people that turn their back on me. But I realize I've come to a point where people don't understand why I have to go through all of these things by myself, right? But it's important to me. I don't understand the type of people that I'm related to, and the type of bitter and vindictiveness that I had to avoid just to try and survive. You understand? And I'm not the only one. And there's so many people out there who are in their graves right now because of who they're related to. I could have been one of them. And the next thing I get into, when you are related to people, a certain type of person, even love, right? My father loved me. Nobody can tell me my daddy didn't love me, especially when I was little. But because of the situations between him and my mother, him and his wife, me and his wife, the distance and everything, he had to love me from afar. Plus, it was always some bad-minded thing going on. My temper, his temper, our temper, everybody's temper. As I got older, my resentment towards his family, their resentment towards me, just built. So I have always known that my daddy loved me, but he had to love me from afar. In turn, as I grew up, even the men that I was drawn to, those who loved me the most would never tell me that they loved me. I could just tell by their actions. And those who tell me that they love me every day, I knew they were liars. So it just made me uncomfortable. So you're attracted to what you know, and you will draw the type of people to what you know. So even with the so-called friends I have, they still all have the same type of tendencies that my bad mind family them have. That's why all of them have fallen to the wayside right now. You understand? So life is different, yes, and life is hard. Life is not going to get easier just because, right? But you can do anything you put your mind to, and you have to give your body a chance to do things, and you'll be surprised. And if you have God in your life, God will send you things, and God will send you people that will fill the void that you don't have. You know, but you have to be aware. You have to keep your mind strong, and your body will follow. So I'm going to keep this short. Well, it's been long enough still, but I just mainly want to say thank you and let everybody know I'm doing good. I'm still recovering. I'm swollen. Rough. But with God and the people that he sent me, and my music, my sweet, sweet music, big up Jamil, and my MVP crew, and all of my artists that show me love, and my God when I left me, and all of you that just genuinely show me respect and show interest and wish me well, genuinely. Believe you me, I appreciate it so much. And I just want to take this time to come out and let you know thank you so much. And Knubz up to us. And Knubz is up and running. Okay, I'm not running yet because my foot is so swollen. But it's coming though. I got some compression boots. I got massagers. I have my pain medications them too, but you know I take them with stride. I have my ganja. And I have people that make sure I'm all right. So even though my circle is small, remember, I'm blessed with the best. You see me? Yeah, only the best of the blessed God send me. So I don't need all of you, right? I don't need all of the ones who know I don't want them around. And they know who I'm talking to because them love pop up in my comment section by accident or whatever. I don't know what to them. I don't know who they trying to impress, but it's not me. They shit it on me. And that's the next thing too. When they turn their back on me, when people turn their back on me when I really needed it the most, I didn't take it no other way than, okay, fine, because at the end of the day, nobody owed me anything. right? Nobody was supposed to, didn't have to do anything. They made their choices, and I lived with it. So now it's your turn. Now I choose not to fuck with none of them. Why I gotta be the miserable cripple that won't get over things behind that? It's like I just can't win for losing, but I tell you something. It's alright. I will be that. As long as I know I will never fuck with any of you ever, 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 not never in this life ever again. That is my choice. Just like how y'all made your choices, this is my choice. And as far as anybody want to say I'm bashing or whatever, I'm clearing my slate and I'm making everybody know who's who and what's what. So they understand, because I know it's amazing in a sense for people, especially when they have a good family. Like some family members that have stick by them, to really understand when I say my relatives ain't shit and Ray. So I have to tell these stories and show you what type of people they are, because they will not leave me alone. And they want to see my death and destruction. It would be so convenient for them if I had died, so all their lives wouldn't come to light. Same thing with the hospital, the doctors that messed me up before this. My death would have been so convenient. So you can't tell me they don't have motive. And I've proved it. Right? So my point is, people, you need to know your surroundings and don't care what people believe or whatever. Because a lot of people didn't believe the people that's in the grave. Right now, some people could come out of their grave and tell you how they really ended up in there. You're that frightened for no. Do you understand? So I missed a lot by the skin of my teeth, because God loves me. And I put his works on display because that is my job. It would have been so easy for me to go through half of the things I went through, go crazy, curl up underneath a rock, and nobody don't see me or whatever. And I take me and my little piece of hand and hide from the world or whatever. But that's not what I'm here for. God gave me this. God gave me gifts. God gave me blessings. Remember, it's the strongest soldiers that get the hardest fights. So my fight is not going to be like your fight. But remember, I also don't have children. I don't have responsibilities of a wife or a mother or anything like that. So your problems and my problems are two different problems. But just know that God will bring you through anything. And while you're going through it, it's not going to feel good. But that don't mean you can't get through it. You know? So I'm getting through mine. And this was just a quick progress report for those who care. And I just want to say thank you so very much. And don't feel like I don't realize the love that I do get. I feel it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm grateful. So Knubz up to the world. Love them. All right.